Hey everyone, welcome. Whether you are here live or are watching this at a different time, this is just a video that is going to be showing you a little bit of gentle yoga. So it can be done for relaxation or before bedtime, even waking up is nice. But just a little bit of a gentle flow should be around 30 minutes, just to let our energy land and to get in place. So I'm going to do the same thing. If you'd like to join me just by getting in a comfortable seated position, let's get there. And again, just let that energy land. So coming softly to a seated position. Let's take one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Take a big, deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more time here. Big breath in and a big breath out. Good. And incorporating your arms now. Big, deep inhale. Reach out wide all the way up. And then exhale both arms down. Two more times here. Inhale, really reach out wide, reach up. And then exhale all the way down. Maybe even squeeze the shoulder blades together. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Good. And maybe take your hands, bring them to your heart center, close down the eyes. And like I said before, just before we get started, let that energy land. Keep that pace, that slow, deep pace of your breath. Maybe this is kind of the cherry on top for your day. It's been a wonderful day. It's been relaxing. Or it could be like mine, where it's a little bit busy, or you have technical difficulties, or kids running around, or it's just been really busy at work. And this is the time that you've really carved out for yourself. So honor that. We all need it. Take one more deep breath in here and all the way out. And then meet me in child's pose. So we're going to take our knees wide, big toes to touch. So sit your hips back by your heels. You can always tuck a blanket underneath if you need. And then stretch your arms out wide. If it feels good, you can just come and rest on your forearms. But if it's available to you, you can take your forehead all the way down to a pillow or to the mat. So again, knees are wide, big toes to touch. Walk the arms out nice and long and take the forehead all the way down to the mat, and a few deep breaths here. Tuck your chin. Let the crown of the head fall forward. One more breath here. Good, and then slowly come up onto your fingertips just for a moment. You can lift your head just slightly. Take a big breath in, and then exhale. Walk your hands all the way over to the left side of the mat. Maybe your right hand comes on top of the left. Actively push your hips back, especially pinning that right hip down. Keep that deep breath moving. Feel the long stretch in your right side body. And then inhale, come back towards center, and exhale over to the right. Same thing here. So the hands are to the right side of the mat or off. Really pin that opposite hip down, the left hip down. Nice big stretch in the left side body. Really good. And then inhale, come back up to tabletop. Spread the fingers wide, so wide you can feel the webbing stretch. And let's take some cat-cows here. Engage the belly up into the spine And then inhale, belly down, gaze forward. Pull the shoulders nice and wide. And then exhale, tuck chin and pelvis. Press your back up towards the ceiling. 3 more here. Inhale, belly down. Exhale, cat pose here. Tuck the chin and pelvis. Good. 2 more. You can even close your eyes here. Tap into those other senses. 1 more time. Big breath in and a big breath out. Then meet me in tabletop, so in a neutral spine position. And then inhale, stretch the left leg back behind you, toes down, actively press the heel back. Just feel a gentle calf stretch here. Maybe it comes up into the glute, the back of the hamstring. And then inhale, lift the left foot 1 more time and take it to the outside of the right leg and actively press into your hip here. Good. So we're still feeling that side body stretch. Good. Bring everything back to center into your tabletop. And then inhale, stretch that right leg long. Actively press the heel back here. So just a gentle calf stretch. And then inhale, lift the leg up and take it to the outside of the body. Same thing here, press into the right hip, just getting that outside stretch, long stretch in the right side body this time. And then come back into your tabletop. Let's take 1 more cat-cow. Inhale, belly down, gaze forward. And then exhale, crunch and curl. Good. Inhale, neutral spine, and we'll come into downward facing dog. If at any time, again, this is going to be super gentle flow, but anytime you're feeling like even downward facing dog is not where you want to be, just take child's pose or come down into your tabletop again. But tuck the toes, inhale, lift the knees, exhale, straighten out the legs. And let's take a really wide stance. Take up all of that space on your mat, or maybe you're practicing on carpet, but just take a really wide stance. And you can kind of mimic what I'm doing, just swaying hips from side to side, bend one knee at a time, but tuck your chin, let the crown of the head come down, take a full breath in and out. Good, and then find some stillness here. Lift those hips really high, encourage the heels down low. And then inhale, look up towards your fingertips, and exhale, walk feet to meet your hands. And coming into a forward fold at the top. Take a wide stance here too. So really wide feet, bend into the knees. Let the abdomen come all the way down. Tuck your chin, let the crown of the head come down, and maybe sway side to side. If you're able to take your hands down to the ground, you can crawl them from one side to the other. And then come back into center. Inhale, halfway lift. So start to straighten out the legs, bring the hands up to the shins or knees. Big deep breath in, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, slow rise all the way up to standing. So engage the knees again. Lift both arms up, big breath in. And then exhale, cactus the arms, baby back bend. So squeezing the shoulder blades together. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Good. And then inhale, big breath in, reach up. And exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees here, super gentle tonight. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the left leg back. And then set the left knee down. Untuck the left toes. Encourage the hips forward here. If we have some trouble with this, you can always scoot the right foot out wide. Press the left hand down. Inhale, spin right fingertips up. So I'll be twisting away from you. And you want to twist towards the bent leg. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more time here. Deep breath in. On your next exhale, take that right hand underneath the right leg. Tap your heart. Just centering yourself, honoring yourself, and then inhale, reach back up. Exhale, right hand comes down. Retuck the left toes, lift the left leg. Take a big breath in, exhale, downward facing dog. So again, pedal out the feet, out the knees. You can be in child's pose here, tabletop. You don't have to take downward facing dog. And we're gonna take that on the opposite side. So when you're ready, inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk your feet up in between your hands. Nice wide stance here. And now let's take ragdoll. So opposite thumb to opposite elbow, big breath in. Exhale, fold, tuck the chin. Look through that picture frame that you just created. Maybe you sway side to side. If you're like me and you sit in a chair all day, just that lower and mid back, it really needs you to just lengthen out, let gravity do the work. Come back towards center. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back, big breath in, and exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Come all the way up, reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, cactus the arms, baby back bend here. Inhale, reach back up. And exhale, fold, come all the way down. Good, inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, this time step the right leg back. Once you're here, drop the right knee down, untuck right toes. Encourage the hips forward, same cue. Maybe you shuffle that left foot out just a little bit to give yourself some space. Right hand and left hand, plant down. Again, encourage those hips forward. And then put the weight into the right hand. Inhale, spin left fingertips up. So big, deep breath in. All the way out. Keep that breath moving here. You can always close your eyes at any time. And then big breath in. Exhale, left hand underneath the left leg. Tap the heart. Just centering yourself, honoring yourself for showing up for your practice tonight. And then inhale, reach back up. And exhale, come back down towards center. Relift the right leg. Big breath in. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Good. Coming into the height of our gentle flow here. Inhale, lift the right leg back and high. That might just be 1 inch or it can be 2 feet, whatever feels good for you. Big breath in. Exhale, step it forward into a low lunge. So you're on train tracks right now. Actively press into the right foot. Lift the left heel up, scissor the inner thighs together, and inhale. Reach all the way up, crescent lunge. So our hips are square, our shoulders are squared. Big breath in. Really gently here, just almost lazily. Exhale, reach the arms back. And then inhale, swim them forward and then back up. Let's do that 2 more times. Big breath in. Exhale, really lazy. Pull them back. Inhale, forward and up. 1 more time. Big breath in. Exhale. Inhale, up. Big breath in. Exhale, warrior 2. Again, take your time to come into this space. We're on a balance beam now. Actively bend into the right knee. Arms out to a T, nice and wide, not here for long. This is the hardest thing we're gonna do. Big breath in. And come all the way into star pose. So parallel your feet. Good. To the left. Arms up. Big breath in. And then steeple grip. So pointer finger up at the top. Full breath in. Exhale up and over to your right. So good. Engage the knees if you need to feel stable. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Good. Inhale, come back to star pose. Exhale, wide leg forward folds. Come all the way down. I'll stay lifted here as I'm talking to you. But if you can, tuck your chin and come all the way down into your fold. Just let your head hang nice and low. Big breath in, big breath out. Let the knees bend if you need. Full breath in. And then exhale, crawl forward back to that low lunge. Plant the hands, deep inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to take that one more time on the opposite side. So when you're ready, inhale, left leg high. Remember, that can be 1 inch off the ground or all the way up in the air. Full inhale and exhale, step it forward. Come into your low lunge here. You want to stack the knee over the ankle. Really pick up the right heel as much as you can. Scissor the inner thighs together. That just means squeezing them. And when you're ready, inhale, lift all the way up, crescent lunge. Take your time. Okay, square the hips, square the shoulders, big breath in. Really lazy here. Exhale, let the arms come down and back. And then inhale, swim them forward and up. Exhale, down and back. Inhale, forward and up. One last time, big breath in. And exhale, back. Swim it forward and up, big breath in. Good. This time, I'm facing away from you. Exhale, warrior two. So seal the right heel down. Bending into the left knee. Arms open up to a T, nice and wide. Big breath in. And out here. And then when you're ready, inhale, star pose. So now we're turned towards the right. Big breath in on this one. I'll face you. Full breath in. And then steeple grip again. So pointer fingers here. Full deep breath. Reach nice and tall. Exhale up and over to the right again. Bend the knees if you need. Inhale, center. And exhale, left. Inhale, center. Come back into that star pose. Inhale, reach nice and long, and then exhale, forward fold. Come all the way down here. On this side, let's take a little bit of some movement. It can be organic, okay? So bend into one knee, crawl over to the side. Maybe the opposite toes come up. And it might just look like this. Just kind of swaying side to side. We're all built differently. Some of us are really active and our muscles are tight. Some of us sit for long periods of the day. So we just meet ourselves where we're at with compassion, with patience. You know, we're already here showing up for ourselves in our practice, and really that is enough. So when you've kind of evened it out on both sides, let's come back into center. Inhale to that wide leg forward fold. And then exhale, crawl towards the top of the mat. Big breath in here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step it back. Big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. And out. Good. Meet me in tabletop. So bringing your knees gently back down to the mat. And then we're going to come all the way down onto our belly. So just make sure you have some room here. And we're going to take scorpion. So that really gets into our back and in our shoulders. We'll take it on the side so that I'm facing you first. But once you get down on your belly, I want you to extend the right arm out long, sort of in that T formation to the right. Bend your left elbow and tend up your left hand. Good. And then bend the left knee. Big deep breath in, and then exhale, lift the left knee and take your left foot all the way on the outside of the body. This can be a lot in the chest and certainly on the right shoulder. You are in control of how much you're opening up. To release some tension here, drop the head all the way down to the floor or to the mat. You can shift the left hand where you need. Big breath in and a big breath out. Good. Gently pull everything back towards center. Good. And then stack your hands and put your forehead down to the ground, and then just shake your hips from side to side here for a little bit. This is an example of some somatic movements. Okay, just kind of releasing any built up tension or emotions that are there, releasing the stretch that we just had in our hips and chest and in our shoulders. And then we'll come into the other side. When you're ready, extend the left arm long. So you want it to stay in line with the shoulder. Take your right elbow, bend it up, come onto that tented right hand, bend in to the right knee, big breath in, and then exhale, right leg comes all the way up and over, gaze to your right, and then set the head down. You can always kind of pull yourself a little bit more back to the mid if you need, but just a few deep breaths here. Opening up the chest and the shoulder, starting to slow everything down. Deep breaths. So good. On your next inhale, come back towards center. Same thing here for just a moment. Stack the hands, shake out the hips. This time, if you'd like, you can bend the knees and windshield wiper your ankles from side to side. Really good. And then we're going to come into embryo pose just for a moment here. So pull everything back towards center. Press your chest up, come through tabletop. Walk your knees in together. Set your hips back. And then let your abdomen just come all the way over, forehead down to the ground, arms down by your sides. I encourage you to close down your eyes here. Take some big breaths, even though we're in that forward fold motion. Tuck the chin, slowing everything down. Trying to stay present with our thoughts. And then when you're ready, inhale, start to come up into a seated position. And we're going to be coming into a camel pose. So it is going to be on your knees. If that feels a little crunchy, you can always fold up your mat or quickly find a pillow or a blanket for underneath the knees. But we've just folded ourselves forward. So now we're going to stretch the front of the body just one last time before we come into a seat and onto our back. So taking your hands to your hips, this is going to be super, super gentle camel. Come up onto the knees. The knees can be together. If it feels more comfortable to walk them out a little bit wider, you can. And in this super gentle variation, the toes can be untucked or tucked, whatever might give you the best balance here. And then what I'd like for you to do is to make two fists and press the fists into your low back. Start to press your hips forward. Take a big breath in and just gaze up. In this, you might just gaze forward. Okay, if it feels like you can access it, you can gaze up towards the ceiling, squeeze the elbows in towards one another, keep pressing the hips forward. A few breaths here. Last one. Your next inhale, start to come all the way back up and then come all the way down to a seat, and we're going to take butterfly. So soles of the feet together, knees wide. And after this pose, we're going to come all the way down to our back. If you're with me live, feel free to kind of organically take whatever movement that you need. Come and go as you feel like your practice is ending, but we'll take some positions on our back if you're still with me. So soles of the feet together, knees wide. Taking your hands to your feet, take a big breath in, nice long spine. And then exhale, elbows wide. I'm going to say nose to toes, but I'm not even close to taking my nose to my toes, so don't worry about that. And it's really up to you here. If you want gravity to do the work for you, you can keep your hands on your feet, or you can simply just reach them forward in offering of your energy, just releasing, letting go of what we don't need, accepting the energy that we do need for this relaxation, this bedtime, and then tuck the chin, let the crown of the head drop down. If you are feeling kind of extra stretchy today, you can really encourage yourself by pulling onto your feet and getting a deeper stretch. Just 2 more breaths here. So good. Inhale, start to come all the way back up towards center. And then take your hands behind your back and we'll just windshield wiper the knees from side to side. So just, again, allowing that kind of organic movement, releasing any tension in the low back that you might have found. Good, and then come back in towards center. And we're going to take one more forward body stretch before we come down. So I want your fingers to be pointed towards your toes. Press into the tops of your feet. Our knees are bent and up towards the ceiling. And then just 2 times here. Inhale, gently lift the hips. Reverse tabletop. Really get into the shoulders. And then exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, press into the feet. Lift the hips up. And then exhale, release. Squeeze your knees in towards your chest. And you can rock and roll if you'd like, but come all the way down onto your back. Rock side to side on your lower back since you still have your knees collected in there. And we'll come into happy baby. So take your knees at 90-degree angle. You can grab your hands behind your knees. Your feet are separated nice and wide. Flexed feet, or you can grab the inside or outside arches. What I do want you to pay attention to, though, is that your lower back is really connected to the mat here. Press your hands into your feet, feet into your hands. Maybe you rock side to side. Take a big deep breath in and a big deep breath out. One more time here. And out. Good. Release your feet and we're going to come into figure 4. So just a few more poses left. Take the right ankle, cross it over the left knee. Squeeze the left knee in towards the face. Actively press the right knee away. And then interlace your hands behind the left hamstring. Lay all the way back down. Feel the connection all the way through the spine. You can either keep the left knee bent or extend the left leg long just to get that extra stretch in the left leg. But truly just feeling it in our hips, our glutes, calves. Keep that deep breath moving. Take a deep inhale and then exhale, release, and coming right into the next pose on the left side. Fully cross the right leg over the left, big breath in, and then exhale, drop the knees. So this is twisted root, dropping the knees, and then taking the arms to a T or cactus. We want to feel the shoulders connected back down to the mat. If this is not feeling accessible or good, you can always unravel and keep the knees stacked in towards one another. So again, whatever's kind of calling to you, listen to what your body needs. A few more breaths here, all the way in and all the way out. Good, and then when you're ready, inhale, bring everything back in towards center, unravel here. If you need to shift side to side again, go for that and do it. And then coming over to the other side. So taking the left ankle on the right knee. And then squeezing it in into that figure four position. Take your hands, interlace them in the back of the leg. And then just deciding, do you want to keep the right knee bent or extend the right leg out long? Whatever feels good. We want to keep that lower back connected to the mat. Sometimes I think rocking side to side feels good. It gets into a little bit of a different stretch on the outside of the left hip. Few more breaths here. Awesome. Take a big breath in and then exhale, release. Same thing here with that twisted root. So I encourage you to try first left leg over the right and then dropping the knees over to the right side. It's a big twist though, and we don't want the shoulder to come all the way up and off of the ground. So reconnect the shoulders, arms to a cactus or a T. You can always unravel your legs, stack the knees. You can close your eyes down here. Whatever is feeling best for you. Take that deep breath in and that deep breath out. So good. And then release. Come all the way back to center. Unravel. And we're just going to take some bridges here, just 3 of them. Super gentle. Take your arms down to your side. Knees bent towards the ceiling. Your feet are wide. Hug your heels in towards your glutes, and then just 3 rolling bridges. Inhale, lift the hips, arms up. You don't even have to really squeeze or work too hard. Exhale, release, arms back down by your sides. 2 more. Inhale, lift arms up, hips up, and then exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, and exhale. Good. My favorite way to end is in Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees wide. It's a big hip stretch. If this doesn't feel good, you can put the soles of the feet down and knock the knees in towards one another with your feet wide. I encourage you to take one hand to heart, one hand to belly here. Big breath in. Big breath out. A few more here. Just taking stock of our energy, honoring the fact that we showed up for ourselves tonight no matter what. Again, no matter those technical difficulties, or it's been a long day or a really amazing day, we are here. And then stay here as long as you need. If you practice your yoga with a shavasana, you can take your feet out wide, arms down by your sides, close down the eyes. If you want to just crawl and make your way to bed or to the couch, grabbing yourself some tea, go for that. Then I'm going to end my practice by coming up into a seated position, crossing my legs, and just taking a few breaths here. Big deep breath in, arms up above the body, and then exhale, hands down, just like we started. 2 more times. Inhale, arms up and down. Last time. Inhale, arms up. This time, exhale, hands come to heart center. Press your thumbs in towards your chest. Take one last deep breath in and all the way out. Again, just honoring the fact that you showed up for yourself today. I'm so happy if you got to join me tonight. And if not, this will be posted later and you can practice at any time. Enjoy the rest of your night, your day, evening, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.